Well, how's it going, everyone? Thanks for clicking on today's video, and welcome to another installment of a few of my favorite things. Oh yeah! So today's very special. I'm very excited to show you what I'm about to show you. And if Henry Walton Studios didn't give it away, it's about Last Crusade. And not just Last Crusade, but something I'm especially proud of and very happy to own. So I'm gonna grab it. One of my favorite things is this Kelso Last Crusade jacket provided by a good friend, excuse me. And what's really neat about this, aside from just the sheer accuracy, is that this is Kelso's model number 1. And it's cut to Ford specs. Pretty cool. So what makes Kelso's so good, aside from their sheer durable quality, is that each of their individually cut Indiana Jones jackets each have their own skin, at least as far as I'm aware. Maybe the Temple of Doom matches the same lamb, but nevertheless, it's a very unique and stout, low grain type of lambskin. It can almost be mistaken as perhaps horsehide. And in saying how, again, durable a Kelso can be, this was incredibly hard to distress. So fortunately, we're done with that part. And all of the weathering was done by me. I tried my very best to match the Tank Chase, which is my favorite looking jacket in the Last Crusade film. Lots of photos came about to reference from, and that is a special thanks to Lester for providing those. He's, as we all know, the jacket connoisseur in the Indy cosplay community, and he had a huge slew of photos that I was able to reference from. And another credible source to give a shout out to and a thank you is Daniel Reiser at Reiser Cosplay, who gave probably the very best and brief yet effective tutorial for weathering a Last Crusade legacy jacket provided by Westhead. And his just looks phenomenal. So thank you, Daniel, and thank you, Lester. Both of you gentlemen helped make me helped me get this looking how I wanted it. And let me also backtrack to where I got this from. And I think before I explain, I'm gonna put it on. Whoever knew that Ford's specs would fit me, this is just nice. There it is. And again, so how I got this jacket, it's very simple. Got it from a friend. I'm in a lot of group chats, and in one of these chats, a gentleman named Stefan, who has a lot of great and strong connections with vendors like Kelso, just popped in there and said, "Hey, was anybody interested in a Kelso Last Crusade?" I said, "Yeah," and upon further inquiring, found out it was model number 1, cut to Ford specs, and I got it for a great deal. So Stefan, thank you, sir. This is, again, a few of my favorite things. And it gets so giddy. Giddy's a schoolboy, right? Because it's just so good. I'm an advocate for Kelso's. Everyone who knows me knows that. But once more, having another Crusader from one of the best jacket vendors in the world is really something. I had one of these back in 2020, maybe late 2020, sometime a few years ago. And it was too small. It was great, almost the same specs as this, but it was just too tight on my chest and I had to pass it along. Fortunately, another Colorado Jones picked it up from me and he loves it equally as much as I love this one. We also get some more ambience so we can see some more details on this lambskin. I hope that did something. A little bit. I'm a big sucker for the back, the nice boxy frame on the Crusade style is really nice. It makes it very modern, really good day-to-day wear, just good sheer quality all around. And what's neat is when you order an LC from Kelso and then decide to spend days upon days scouring at it like I have, you'll notice these really nice, and I mean nice, undertones. Very tan and orange. There's variation, but it's great. And depending who you talk to, it's fully accurate. So they are tanneries over there in the UK, wherever they're based at. They know what they're doing. What I used personally for weathering it was scouring pads, as always. I used the green and the red ones. For the first time ever, I used a steel brush because this plane was pretty stubborn. And I also used moderate to low grit sandpapers. Depending on the spot, I actually went just full on gritty and got the suede popping out because I just feel like that looks nice on this type of cut. So what more need be said? I feel like I stumbled my way right through this, and thanks for tolerating that, as always. But very proud to have this, very stoked to be wearing it on my day-to-day explorations. I feel like this would have been more appropriate if I was in gear. Why don't we go do that? I'm gonna need a change of scenery, and unfortunately we won't have this ambient music, but let's go to Castle Rock. The Canyon of the Crescent Moon, if you will, right here in Colorado. There we have it. Castle Rock and Last Crusade gear. It's one of my favorite things. And here's the jacket with the entire ensemble. Kirk, behind the camera, will judge. How does it turn out?
Looks good.
Yes, it accommodates my preferences. So, aside from, completing a more proper look for this video, I'm gonna do hopefully a quick gear breakdown. It's also raining, which feels really nice. So hat, as you've seen before, is Herbert Johnson, Last Crusade. Jacket needs no other detailing. What price? Shirt with modified buttons. Its first debut publicly is a really nice crystal skull holster by Wade Egan. Wade was well known for making some really nice leather gear back around the crystal skull era. And thanks to Jacob Bassett for getting me in touch with him. I love this thing a lot. It's very stout, very proper for real world use. You gotta call me inaccurate, a Destiny bag strap with an original bag. Recent Corral whip holder from over almost 10 years ago now. Del Carpio Raiders that I've tried to give some sun to darken it, but it's all right. We have plenty of time for that. Web belt from Amazon as always. Gun belt from a local Big R shop. It's a Justin brand. You've heard me talk about those before. Wested pants and my vintage Alden 405s. Everything is soaked, but again, feels very good. Nice overcast here. And yeah, stay tuned for some gear shots. And there you have it, guys. If you're in the market for a good, well, any of these, but mostly the jacket, Kelso manufacturing will never fail. This is probably my most favorite jacket as we speak. And yeah, there's that. So we're gonna get back to the hike. Thanks for watching. See you next time.